hidden beneath rotting leaves. And inside the damp burrows of the Amazon rainforest lurks a silent predator, the tarantula, the largest spider in the world by mass. With a leg span up to 30 centimeters and weighing around 100 grams. The tarantula is not only massive, but also an extremely skilled hunter. Unlike web-weaving spiders, tarantulas are active stalkers, relying on their highly sensitive ability to detect vibrations, to sense even the slightest movement of prey in the dark. They strike with lightning speed, injecting venom through sharp fangs to paralyze their prey, usually large insects, frogs, lizards, and even small birds. Once the prey is subdued, the tarantula releases digestive enzymes and consumes it in liquid form, as if drinking its meal. Tarantulas have an astonishing lifespan. Females can live up to 20 years, while males usually die shortly after mating. Reproduction is a direct mating process. Males seek out the female's burrow and perform a courtship dance to avoid being eaten. After mating, the female lays eggs and guards the egg sac for weeks until dozens of spiderlings hatch and disperse. Welcome to the heart of the most mysterious and powerful jungle on Earth, the Amazon rainforest, covering over 5.5 million square kilometers. Across 9 South American countries, the Amazon is not just a forest. It is a living, breathing world filled with ancient secrets, untamed wildlife, and a pulse that beats with the rhythm of life itself. The Amazon rainforest is the most biologically diverse place on Earth. It is home to nearly 10% of all known species, more than any other ecosystem on the planet. This forest is not just rich, it is overwhelmingly abundant. And yet, we have only scratched the surface. Over 16,000 species of trees, 2.5 million species of insects, and more than 400 species of mammals inhabit the rainforest. Some live high in the canopy, never touching the forest floor. Others burrow deep beneath the soil. Each species plays a role, pollinating, decomposing, hunting, or feeding, forming a complex and delicate web of life. In just 1 hectare of Amazon forest, you can find more species of trees than all of North America. And within 1 square kilometer, there may be over 1,000 species of birds, tens of thousands of insect species, and countless forms of fungi and microbes. Often called the lungs of the planet, the Amazon rainforest produces over 20% of the world's oxygen and absorbs massive amounts of carbon dioxide. Its dense canopy and infinite layers of life create one of the most productive ecosystems in existence. Here, every square inch is teeming with insects, plants, birds, and mammals, most of which are still unknown to science. Deep in the undergrowth, silent and unseen, the jaguar stalks. This apex predator is one of the most feared hunters of the rainforest, with jaws strong enough to crush a caiman skull and the stealth of a ghost. The jaguar is the true king of Amazonian predators. Not far away, the anaconda slithers through the water, the largest snake in the world, capable of swallowing a capybara whole. Predators command attention, the Amazon also hides some of nature's most beautiful and delicate creations. The blue morpha butterfly flashes like a jewel in the sunlight. Poison dart frogs shimmer in neon colors. Deadly but mesmerizing orchids bloom in impossible places. And rare birds like the hoatzin, a prehistoric relic, flap awkwardly through the treetops. Beneath the endless green canopy lies a river that defines the very soul of the Amazon, the mighty Amazon River stretching over 6,400 kilometers. It is the second longest river in the world, but by volume, it surpasses all others. Each day it releases more water into the ocean than the next 7 largest rivers combined. High above the clouds, where the air is thin and the peaks pierce the sky, lies the Andes Mountains, the longest continental mountain range on Earth. But few realize that this towering range is the true birthplace of the Amazon River. Snowmelt and rainfall from these peaks flow eastward, carving their way through valleys and forests, eventually forming the mighty Amazon that gives life to the rainforest below. Without the Andes, there would be no Amazon River. And without the river, the rainforest could not exist as we know it. This chain of mountains and jungle is one of the most powerful, interdependent systems on Earth, a balance forged over millions of years. The river begins its journey in the Andes Mountains of Peru, where snowmelt gives birth to a trickle that becomes a torrent. As it winds its way through Brazil, Colombia, and several other countries, it grows wider, deeper, and more powerful, eventually forming a delta that stretches over 300 kilometers wide at its mouth. Many of these species exist nowhere else on Earth. The Amazon is a living archive of evolution, housing creatures both ancient and newly discovered. Every year, scientists identify hundreds of new species, from tiny frogs to colorful fish, from bizarre fungi to undiscovered primates. But this vast biodiversity is not just fascinating. It's essential. It provides medicine, food, clean air, and climate regulation for the entire planet. Plants in the Amazon have given us cures for malaria, pain relief, and even cancer treatments. Yet less than 1% of Amazon plant species have been thoroughly studied. Every extinction in the Amazon is more than a tragedy. It's a lost opportunity to cure for the next pandemic, the solution to climate resilience, or the next great scientific discovery might vanish without ever being known, all because a single tree was cut or a small species went extinct. The rain has stopped the heavy silence that blankets the forest, broken only by the distant calls of howler monkeys and the dripping of water from leaves. High above, mist rises from the jungle floor like steam from a sleeping beast. Every leaf, every vine, every trunk glistens under a soft gray light, like the rainforest has just awakened, cleansed, reborn, and alive. Frogs begin to sing, insects emerge from hiding. Colors return to the forest, the emerald green of moss, the bright orange of fungus, the iridescent blue of butterflies stretching their wings. The jungle moments ago subdued, now pulses with life after the rain. The Amazon feels eternal, as if time has stopped, and all that exists is green and water and breath. This is not just a forest. It is a memory of the world before us, and a warning of what could be lost. Beneath the shadows of ancient trees and the tangled roots of the jungle floor lies a hidden world, the kingdom of fungi. The Amazon rainforest is home to thousands of mushroom species, many of which remain completely unknown to science. Some glow in the dark, others sprout in wild colors, red-purple. Neon blue, as if painted by an artist with no rules. Fungi are not just strange and beautiful. They are essential. They decompose dead matter. Recycle nutrients, form symbiotic relationships with trees, and even help regulate the climate. Some fungi live inside plant roots and boost their survival. Others break down toxins in the soil. It moves like a shadow, silent, unseen, unstoppable. In the dense jungle where the light barely reaches the forest floor, the jaguar reigns as the top predator of the Amazon, with powerful muscles, jaws strong enough to crush a skull, and spots that blend perfectly with dappled light. This is nature's perfect assassin. Unlike leopards of Africa or tigers of Asia, jaguars prefer to kill with a single bite straight through the skull. They are ambush hunters striking from water, tree, or shadow with lethal precision. Few prey can escape once the jaguar has locked eyes. The jaguar is not only a hunter, it is a symbol. Worshipped by ancient Amazonian tribes as a god of the forest, it represents strength, mystery, and the raw power of nature. But today, this magnificent creature is under threat, as deforestation pushes it closer to extinction. To hear its roar echo through the forest is to feel the heartbeat of the wild. To lose the jaguar would be to silence the very soul of the Amazon. The jaguar panther anca is the largest big cat in the Americas, and the third largest in the world after tigers and lions. Its muscular build, compact body, and powerful limbs are perfectly adapted for ambush hunting. Unlike cheetahs that rely on speed, jaguars rely on stealth, patience, and explosive power. Their golden coats adorned with rosette-shaped spots provide excellent camouflage in the dappled light of the rainforest. Each jaguar's pattern is unique like a fingerprint. One of the jaguar's most remarkable traits is its bite. Unlike most big cats that go for the throat, jaguars pierce the skull or shell of their prey, delivering a fatal bite straight to the brain. This allows them to hunt awkward animals like turtles and caimans, prey that most predators avoid. Silent, solitary, and supreme, the jaguar is truly the ghost of the jungle. Hidden beneath the leaves of the Amazon rainforest lies one of nature's most dangerous secrets, the poison dart frog. These vibrant jewel-colored amphibians are no bigger than a coin, yet they carry enough toxin to kill multiple predators and even humans. Their skin contains potent alkaloid poisons, which indigenous tribes once used to coat the tips of their blow darts, giving the frog its infamous name. There are over 100 species of poison dart frogs, with the most toxic being the golden poison frog, Philobates terribilis. Just 1 gram of its skin toxin can kill up to 20 adult humans. But here's the twist: these frogs aren't born poisonous. They acquire their toxins through a diet of ants, termites, and other toxic insects, meaning in captivity, they lose their deadly powers. Despite their danger, poison dart frogs play a vital role in the Amazon ecosystem. Their bright colors serve as a warning, a natural defense called aposematism. Scientists are also studying their toxins to develop new painkillers and medical treatments. In the heart of the rainforest, even the smallest creatures can have the most powerful impact. Amazon is ruled not only by beasts, but by insects in numbers beyond imagination. Army ants swarm through the jungle floor in columns, devouring everything in their path. Leafcutter ants carve perfect circles from leaves and carry them back to underground farms where they grow fungus for food. And above all, the mosquito. Small, deadly, and possibly the most dangerous animal in the Amazon. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, an army marches in perfect unison. But they're not soldiers. They're leafcutter ants, some of the most industrious insects on Earth. With jaws like scissors, they slice through leaves far larger than themselves, carrying green fragments back to their underground colonies. But here's the twist: they don't eat the leaves. They use them to grow fungus, their true food source. High above the forest floor, where sunlight filters through endless green, a creature moves in slow motion. If it moves at all, this is the sloth. A symbol of tranquility, a marvel of energy conservation. With long limbs and a permanent smile, it spends nearly its entire life hanging upside down in the treetops. Every movement is deliberate, every climb a quiet ballet. Sloths have incredibly slow metabolisms, allowing them to survive on a low-energy diet of leaves. They descend to the ground only once a week, often to defecate, putting themselves at risk of predators like jaguars and anacondas. But their greatest defense is stillness. Their moss-covered fur blends perfectly with the rainforest canopy, making them nearly invisible. In the heart of the Amazon, where life rushes by in 1,000 directions, the sloth is a gentle reminder. Sometimes the slowest path is the wisest. As dawn breaks over the emerald canopy, a deep echoing roar pierces the silence. It's not a jaguar, not a thunderstorm. It's the call of the howler monkey, the loudest land animal in the New World, with a throat designed like a drum and a voice that travels 3 miles through dense rainforest. This primate doesn't just live in the Amazon, it owns the airwaves. Howler monkeys live high in the treetops, traveling in small, close-knit troops. They use their thunderous howls to claim territory, to warn rivals, and to stay connected in the dense, visually obstructed forest. Despite their terrifying voice, they are peaceful leaf eaters, slow, cautious, and deeply social. With limbs like ropes and tails like fifth arms, spider monkeys dance through the treetops with unmatched grace. They don't swing, they fly. In the dense canopy of the Amazon, these agile primates leap over 9 meters in a single bound, defying gravity with every move. Their long prehensile tails act like safety ropes, coiling around branches, helping them balance, grab, and even feed without using their hands. Spider monkeys rarely come to the forest floor. Their world is high above, where danger is less and food is plenty. Perched among the emerald leaves, the toucan is impossible to miss. Its giant, colorful beak looks almost too large for its body, yet it's surprisingly light and perfectly designed. With this vibrant tool, the toucan reaches deep into fruit clusters, plucks ripe berries, and even regulates its body heat under the scorching rainforest sun. Its calls echo through the canopy, loud croaking sounds that carry far across the jungle. Though not strong flyers, toucans are agile hoppers, bounding from branch to branch in search of figs, seeds, and even the occasional insect. As the sun vanishes behind the canopy and shadows take over, the owl awakens perched high in the trees. It scans the forest floor with piercing eyes. Its flight is ghost-like, utterly silent, thanks to specialized feathers that muffle the sound of wing beats. This deadly silence gives the owl an unmatched advantage in hunting rodents, insects, and even small reptiles. Unlike other birds, the owl can rotate its head up to 270 degrees, allowing it to spot prey without moving its body. In the pitch-black Amazon night, it becomes a ghost seen by few, feared by many. Hidden beneath fallen leaves and deep within tree hollows, spiders rule the underworld of the Amazon. From tiny orb weavers crafting delicate webs between branches to the fearsome Goliath bird-eater, the largest spider on Earth. Each species plays a crucial role in the ecosystem. Their silk is an engineering marvel, stronger than steel by weight, used not only for trapping prey, but also for building homes, protecting eggs and sensing vibrations in the dark. Many Amazonian spiders are ambush predators. They lie motionless for hours, striking with lightning speed when a cricket or beetle comes too close. Some even mimic leaves or bark to blend in perfectly with their surroundings. Nature's ultimate camouflage. In the dappled light of the Amazon rainforest, hummingbirds flash like living jewels, with wings that beat up to 80 times per second. These tiny creatures can hover mid-air, fly backward, and maneuver with precision unmatched in the bird world. They feed on nectar from brightly colored flowers, pollinating the forest with every sip. There are over 130 species of hummingbirds in the Amazon, each with its own iridescent colors and specialized beak to match different flower shapes. Despite their size, they are fierce defenders of their territory, chasing away much larger birds to protect their feeding grounds. Female hummingbirds take full responsibility for raising their young. They construct delicate nests no larger than a walnut, made from plant fibers, spider silk, and lichen straw, yet flexible enough to grow with the chicks. Within this tiny sanctuary, 2 white eggs are carefully incubated. As they sip nectar, hummingbirds play a vital role in pollinating countless Amazonian plant species. Their long, slender beaks and rapid visits from flower to flower make them efficient carriers of pollen. Without hummingbirds, the forest would lose one of its essential agents of regeneration. Due to their sensitivity to environmental changes, hummingbirds act as bioindicators of forest health. A decline in hummingbird populations often signals habitat loss or climate imbalance. Protecting these tiny birds means protecting the delicate balance of the entire rainforest. Within the river's vast waters lives a world few humans have ever seen. Pink river dolphins unique to the Amazon glide through the current with eerie elegance. The massive arapaima, one of the largest freshwater fish in the world, can grow up to 3 meters and breathe air. And lurking silently below, the black caiman waits, a prehistoric predator that rules these waters like a shadow. But the Amazon River is more than just a home for aquatic life. It is the main highway of the jungle. With few roads cutting through the dense rainforest, the river connects remote communities, transports food, medicine, and knowledge across thousands of kilometers. Boats become lifelines, canoes become classrooms. The river is life itself. During the wet season, the river expands dramatically, flooding up to 100,000 square kilometers of forest. Entire sections of the jungle become submerged, creating a floating world where fish swim through treetops and monkeys leap across islands of leaves. But this aquatic paradise is fragile. Deforestation, mining, dams, and pollution threaten the delicate balance of the river. As the rainforest disappears, the river suffers, and if the river dies, so does the forest. The Amazon River is not just a body of water. It is the heartbeat of a continent. And the dense undergrowth of the Amazon, wild boars, also known as peccaries, roam in small herds, snorting and foraging through the forest floor. With powerful snouts and sharp tusks, they dig up roots, fungi, and fallen fruits, playing a crucial role in seed dispersal and soil aeration. Though not predators, their presence commands respect. When threatened, a group of peccaries will band together, making loud grunts and even charging at intruders, humans and jaguars alike. In the intricate ecosystem of the Amazon rainforest, the wild boar, or more accurately, the peccary, plays a surprisingly vital role. These stout, pig-like mammals are found roaming the forest in groups of 10 to 30, grunting and rooting through the underbrush with their tough snouts. 3 main species of peccary live in the Amazon: the collared peccary, the white-lipped peccary, and the Chaconne peccary. Peccaries are natural forest cleaners by digging for tubers, fungi, and fruits. They till the soil and disperse seeds far and wide. Their droppings help fertilize the ground, while their digging creates pockets for rainwater, enhancing plant growth in this way. They serve as quiet architects of the forest floor, maintaining balance and supporting regrowth. The Amazon rainforest, once dubbed the lungs of the earth, is now facing a growing threat: wildfires and deforestation. Every year, vast portions of this ancient forest are cleared or burned to make room for agriculture, cattle grazing, and illegal logging. What was once an untouched paradise of green is turning into scorched earth. Fires in the Amazon are often not natural. They are started by human hands, intentionally set to clear land, or as a result of poor land management. As trees vanish, so does biodiversity. Habitats are destroyed, animals are displaced, and delicate ecosystems collapse. Worse yet, the Amazon's role in stabilizing Earth's climate is under attack. The forest stores billions of tons of carbon dioxide. When it burns, that carbon is released into the atmosphere, accelerating global warming. Some scientists warn that the Amazon is approaching a tipping point. A moment when it will no longer be able to sustain itself as a rainforest if deforestation continues at current rates. Large portions of the forest may turn into dry savanna, leading to catastrophic losses in biodiversity and climate regulation. But there is still hope. Conservation efforts, indigenous land rights, and international pressure are pushing back against deforestation. Yet time is running out. Saving the Amazon is not just about protecting trees or animals. It is about protecting the future of life on Earth. The Amazon is more than just a forest. It is the beating heart of the Earth, a living cathedral of biodiversity and a shield against climate collapse. Yet every day, thousands of acres fall to chainsaws and flames. Deforestation, illegal logging, mining, and climate change are pushing the Amazon toward a tipping point, where it may no longer sustain itself as a rainforest. Once lush canopies become dry wastelands, rivers shrink, wildlife vanishes. But there is hope from local tribes to global scientists. From grassroots organizations to government leaders, a movement is rising to protect what remains and restore what has been lost. Tree by tree, seed by seed, life is being planted back into the veins of the forest. Reforestation projects, conservation areas, and new eco-policies are slowly but surely reversing some of the damage. And you, the viewer, are part of this story. Every choice, what we consume, what we support, what we protect ripples across the globe. The future of the Amazon is not written yet, but if we act together, it can still be a story of healing, a story of rebirth, a story of life.